And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your career read for the month of October. So opportunities, adventures, things that we want to invest ourselves into, right? Partnerships and deals that we want to make, things that involve the coin. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, see what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. Even if it gets tough at times, trust me, as your tarot card reader, I'm never going to purposely misguide you. That's not what I do. That's not the purpose of these videos or this channel. So follow along with me today as we look at your career read. And yeah, Virgo, let's see what the cards say. So what's the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in their career read? We're doing a time-based orientation read, so past, present, future. Starting over here with your past. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in this read? Sorry, I had the sniffles. So hopefully it isn't too bad throughout the read. Okay. In your past. King of Pentacles. Okay. Knowing how to make the right investments, but beyond that, making the right choice with what we got. How so? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. A new opportunity that was headed your way. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, good. We are taking that opportunity. I like that. And the reason I'm saying that is because having those two aces next to each other, one of emotional fulfillment, the one of a solid new opportunity, putting those together underneath that King of Pentacles. Okay. We're going for it. We're taking our lead. We're taking that chance. This is what fulfills us. We're saying in that moment, yeah, I can do this. You know, almost like you need a hype man just to like push you in and make sure that things go. No, we're saying that I feel good about this. Let's do it. So I like that. Your past, you took that chance. Very blunt. In the present, the real cards that we need to see, please, of the here and now for Virgo in their reading. Sometimes I worry, like, when I record these, like, are these, crooked at all? So hopefully they're not. Because, again, I don't really like touching the cards unless they actually have to be when they're already on the table. So the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in the present orientation of their career read. What of the here and now? Yeah, that's a break. Why are we breaking? I mean, it could just be bad shuffling, and if it is, hey, I do my best, okay? But if it's not, because if it breaks too much consistently, that's not bad shuffling at all. There's a reason. Let's look at the present orientation for Virgo in their career read. Another break. Breaks one more time, I will say, was already creeping up on me. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in their career read. Okay. So in your present, Virgo, came right back out, and that was a card that kept on trying to come out, the Tower. Okay, let's talk about it. The Devil, yep, and the Three of Cups. Let's address this. So, this great and wonderful opportunity is breaking apart. But there's a reason for it, right? I think... Let's address that Three of Cups before we get to the Devil. When we talk about the Tower, because it's been coming up so much recently, especially around this time. I don't know what's going on for a lot of the sign collectives, but I am seeing that the Tower is being very consistent. The Tower is meant to move things out of our way or cause chaos, havoc, and disruption, ultimately in our best interest. Because if we couldn't do it, the universe is listening, boom, lightning strike. It's actually meant to be in our best interest. But the tower here, especially compared to what you thought was such a great opportunity in the past, it's actually taking you out of that space. Very blunt and very clear. The devil, and I'm trying to understand that Three of Cups. When we talk about the Three of Cups, it's a notion of reunion, meeting the right people or being reconnected with somebody, right? But here in the career read, okay, what are we meeting upon or for what reason, right? What are the circumstances that draw these individuals together? The devil, the card of Capricorn, am I actually being drawn to the right people? Is this actually right for me, right? So it could be the notion that, hey, what I originally thought was a great opportunity, it was a firestorm by the time I got there, right? That's the first. The second is that, okay, this is a good opportunity, but we're reuniting or meeting people that don't have our best interests in mind, right? And so, yeah, it had the good things on the surface. Now what? The present of the now is that, hey, things are breaking apart, and either we find the people who are meant for us, or we find the people that are going to tear us down. And that's the state where you've come to discernment about. Now the tower is showing you that. The thing is, the devil is tricky in this way because it's trying to, it brings out the part of us that we don't want to admit or say the loud part out loud, right? The devil here is saying, well, who's actually your friend? Who actually has your interest in mind, right? Is this a notion of betrayal? Are you going to be left to be the fall guy for whatever this is? In your present orientation, you have to find the people who are there for you. I know this opportunity was so good in the past, but it's breaking apart for a reason. Find your peeps. Okay, in the future orientation, show the cards that Virgo need to see, please, upon their read. What is held in the space of the future for Virgo upon their read today? Well, okay. I'll take that. Page of Pentacles, okay. In the future, the willingness to try. Seven of Wands. What made us guarded? The Sun. Okay, good. Because I was worried. I'm like, dang, that is so much. The notion of emotional whiplash. I'd be like, this was supposed to be so good, and then all of this started to happen. In your future, we're willing to try for different things. Right. But even beyond being willing to try, we have to remind ourselves what a good and happy and healthy environment is. The Sun. Right. And that's what our notion of guardedness is. In the present, things are falling apart chaotically, yet intentionally and ultimately beautifully. We don't see it as that right now. Trust me, I get it. But with that Seven of Wands, when we're talking about what we're willing to try, yeah, it's like toe dipping into going into the deep end of the pool, but at the same exact time, we understand that's in our best interest, right? Now, that could look to a completely different horizon, or that could be to say, I will never let something like this happen again. And it all depends on this work that's being done right now around that Three of Cups. Who are our peeps? Ultimately, when we're saying in the future, we're willing to try to be happy again, we're willing to remember, no, even if all that glitters isn't gold, I mean, it could still be a metal worth something, right? We're not going to automatically be skeptical or be distrusting of opportunities that could actually be good for us. But right now, what we thought was an opportunity that was good for us, it ain't playing out that way. True. Totally understandable. In the future, we're trying to also discern, what does that happy and healthy environment look like? Underneath it all, Two of Swords, the notion of confusion. And yeah, I understand why we need to meditate on it. We need to find our answers, because how did it go from this to this? That's fair. I totally understand. So, cards of connection. Real connective energies, please. The bridging gap between all time-based orientations and Virgo's career read. What does Virgo need to see, please, between the past and the present? Because I'm also interested in that. Okay. Between what was and what is. Judgment. Okay, there's a lesson to be learned here. Believe it or not, right person, right place, right time, all the time. But what is that? Three of Wands, about the expectations of the horizon, and the Wheel of Fortune, things turning in your favor. Okay, so let's talk about it. There is a reason that this was offered to you, right? And I'm seeing particularly monetarily, it did have its benefits. There is a notion of a lucrative opportunity that was very much here. However, and we also need to see that that's probably why Judgment is coming out, of showing you that even the money's good is ultimately worth it. Because with what's going on right now, wherever your station is right now, Virgo, it's like almost like a sinking ship, right? There's very much opportunity in terms of growth and expansion here, but also you weren't told everything you probably should have known before you took this offer. I can totally understand that. And so that's why I'm stressing again, find your peeps. Find your peeps. Because that is ultimately what's going to determine not only what's good for you and the connections that you can make, network with, etc. Again, this is a career read, but also who will not tear you down, who will not try to throw you under the bus. Judgment. That's probably why it's coming out. Now, show the connective energy between the present and the future, between what is and what will be for Virgo in their career read. So between now and then, Star, the card of Aquarius. I mean, it can't get no worse than this. Good. We kept hope alive. Now, what does it mean to put hope into action? Page of Pentacles. Again, the willingness to try. Even no matter how bad it is right now, we have to remember there is going to be light at the end of whatever this road, whatever this tunnel is for you. Seven of Pentacles. Being able to accept all dynamics of the process, that yeah, it is what it is. It could have gotten me a lot of money or a lot of opportunity open. Ultimately, what's this best for me? And that's a better question to ask. Underneath it all, the Hermit, card of Virgo. How do we heal and how do we trust our internal voice and our wisdom properly, right? How do we put all those, okay, I know what I'm seeing. That wasn't in the job description. I know what I'm seeing. Let me trust what's going on and call a spade a spade. A rock is still a rock. That elephant is still an elephant. And the fire that is growing is the fire that is growing. We understand it all now, right? Yeah, we were put in this position for X number of reasons, but still detailing out the fact that this opportunity has its benefits, but its drawbacks right now. Maybe it was a lesson not only taking certain opportunities, but that even in a terrible, failing situation, how to find the proper people that you need to meet. Because trust me, that Three of Cups wouldn't be there for no reason, right? Now, if the Three of Cups was defining the devil, I would see it as different. But even on a sinking ship, find the people that you can trust that can handle a crisis. Just saying, find your peeps. As we move towards resolution, define the major arcana for Virgo in this reading. Define the major arcana strewn across the table for Virgo in their career read. We'll start now, believe it or not, with the devil, because I'm trying to understand why that's there. What about the hard thing that's difficult to admit to that we must say out loud? What about the things that we don't like about ourselves? So let's cards of see, please, for Virgo in this read. It's breaking. Oh, not it. Find these major arcana on the table. First with the devil, Five of Wands. Yep. Here, a problem that you have denied is becoming so obviously apparent that you have to make a completely different choice. I get it. You didn't want to say that whatever this opportunity was, it was just such a good opportunity. And now you're like, oh no, the dream's breaking apart, right? The devil here, well, this conflict already existed before you got there. I want to say that very blunt and clear. That was already underlying. Now let's look at the Tower. Three of Pentacles. An incompatible work dynamic. Now, that could be taken one of two ways. Either A, you were invited there by a friend or somebody that you consider to be a close confidant, or B, and I'm leaning more towards B, is that it's breaking apart because nobody wants to work together. There's no compatibility here. There's no like everybody's trying to get one up on each other, but nobody's actually trying to collaborate, which is ultimately what would make this thing function the best. Right? That's why you saw it as such a good opportunity. So instead of just seeing the raw effectiveness of work collaboration and everything burn and fall apart around you, Virgo, look for the people who you can trust. I'm just going to reiterate this time and time again throughout the read because it's still pointing back to that same thing. In a situation that you did not understand and now are being able to identify the conflict very blunt and clear, what do we do when everything falls apart? We find our people. The Sun, King of Swords. And when we can recognize happiness and can go for it, how do we let our defensiveness down and not try to say, oh, I'm going to be fooled again? Judgment. The Chariot. Okay, then maybe this still could be part of the journey. It doesn't always have to be pretty, you just gotta be there. So, I mean, if that's where it is, where it is. Again, there were opportunities late in here. I'm seeing a lot of particularly financial, but there's also the notion that was the money worth all the drama? To the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Swords. Okay. And now that is in your transitory space, I must say this. If Judgment is saying that, okay, this is part of the journey, this is where it's at, again, we thought we were elevating. That Ten of Swords, a painful truth must be realized and also must be come to. We're moving out of particularly a state of, can things ever change for me? Boom, this is such a great opportunity. I'm going to go for it. Two things can be true at once, right? We can both be coming out of a bad situation and also not knowing the other bad situation that we're being led into. Both those things are true. The thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that too eventually will change with time, right? Just as this altered into whatever this, firestorm was, this too can alter into your own happiness. Because we trusted the process before and it brought what we needed to see. Now what do we need to see within ourselves? And there was one more star, card of Aquarius. Our hope is that beyond the Five of Cups, card I just drew, that there's a space beyond pain. I may not see it yet because, oh my gosh, what's going on here? But more than that, I'm going to be okay, right? Right, you're trying to remember that as you deal with whatever growing crisis is going on in your current dynamic. Okay? Resolution. We'll do cards of resolution for Virgo in this read. What is held in space of resolution for Virgo in their career read this journey today? Because again, it wasn't all bad, but was the money worth it? Is that a break? No, it's not a break. This deck almost never breaks. Okay, so one, I need to take this card off. It's falling apart. I know what card this is. This is the Page of Wands. Yeah, Page of Wands, the notion of optimism. Again, even if small, it is there, right? It was on paper, best thing. Now we're starting to see the truth of the matter. Where will we go from here? Bigger and better question. Three of Swords, the notion of heartbreak. Yeah, it was such a good opportunity in the past, and we're seeing it for what it's worth right now. It ain't cute. What will happiness be for you thereafter, Virgo? Underneath it all, Nine of Cups, the notion of self-fulfillment. I don't need all the answers right now. It would be nice, but I don't have to have them. What I need to have is my best interest at heart and being able to trust that beyond the confusion, I have the tools in my toolkit to deal with this. If not, and again, because you are the Hermit, Virgo, that's your power card in the deck, being able to center and trust me, because I got me. I need to find my peeps, but I got me. All in all, that's what I got in your read today, Virgo. It's very straightforward. That something that was so good went so bad, and now what are we left to deal with? I hope that, the experience that's being had right now in the present of everything falling apart doesn't take you along with it, right? Find the people that have your best interests at heart and understanding that, there's a reason that you came here. But when it's time to dip, it's time to dip. And you'll know that best for you. That's what I got in your read today, Virgo. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, it ain't pretty, but it is very much there. What will you do thereafter? You got this, okay? See ya.